Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Math Club. In this video, we're going to talk about probability and how to use three diagrams to describe probabilities. Now, the question says Lucy has a mobile phone and a landline. The probability that the next call she receives is to her mobile phone is 0.7. Question A, what is the probability that the next call is to her landline? Let's take a look first at the tree diagram and try to fill it up. He needs what's the probability that the next call is to her landline, because the probability to her mobile phone is 0.7, and the other probability is her landline, so they have to complete each other. So the sum of all probabilities or all possible outcomes is 1. So we take 1 minus 0.7, we will get the answer for question A. So we say 1 minus 0.7, so the answer for A will be 0.3. Very good. So the probability that the next call is to her landline is 0.3. Now let's fill the gaps here. So mobile is 0.7. Sorry. And landline is 0.3. Let's put it here. Okay. Now this is the first question. So the first call is here. Mobile is 0.7 and landline is 0.3. Good. Now let's take a look at question B. Lucy receives 2 calls. So the first call and the second call. Copy and complete the tree diagram. Let's first copy and complete the tree diagram. And basically she receives 2 calls. As you can see, this is the first one and this is the second one. So let's call mobile M and landline L, okay? So here we're going to do the same. We're going to put M and L. M and L. So M is for mobile and L is for landline. So the same probability for mobile here is going to be here and here. So because this kind of events, they don't change the probabilities. Now, if this is 0.7, this one and this one will be the same. So let's write them. 0.7. Here and here. And because this one is 0.3 for landline, this and this are the same. They're gonna be 0.3. Good. And 0.3. Good. Now, after filling the gaps of the tree diagram, let's take a look at the questions and answer them together. Question C. Work out the probability that, first thing, both calls were to her mobile phone. So he says both calls will be for the mobile phone. So the probability will be what? Now, how do we find this? We come here and we follow the mobile phone for the first one, like this, and the mobile phone for the second one, like this. So both calls will be for her mobile phone. It's going to be this and this multiplied by each other. So you take 0.7, multiply it by 0.7. Now let's put them in an equation. So both calls for the mobile phone, it's going to be what? It's going to be 0.7 here multiplied by 0.7. And the answer will be, let's check with a calculator and then come back. So 0.7 multiplied by 0.7. And the answer is 0.49. Now let's go back. So the answer is 0.49. and this is the probability of having 2 calls to her mobile phone. Now, the second question says only 1 call was to her mobile phone, so after having 2 calls, one of them should be for the mobile phone. How can we find this? First, we follow the mobile phone as the first one and the landline as the second one, and then we take the probabilities and multiply them, and then we take the landline as the first one and the mobile as the second one. So one of them should be a mobile phone call. So we take 0.7 multiplied by 0.3, and then 0.3 multiplied by 0.7, and then we add this to this. Okay, let's do it together. Let's remove these. So he says one of them should be to her mobile phone, so the other one will be a landline. So we multiply 0.7. Let's do it here. First, we open a bracket. 0.3 multiplied by 0.7, and then plus 0.7 multiplied by 0.3, and then close the bracket. So the idea here is what? The idea here is one of the events is a mobile phone call, and this is the question. He wants only 1 call to her mobile phone, so one of the events should be a mobile phone and the other one should be a landline. We multiply them and then we add them together. Let's use the calculator and then come back. So 0.7 multiplied by 0.3, and the answer is 0.21. Now 0.21, we add it to 0.21, it's going to be 0.42. Now let's go back. So this one is 0.21. This is 0.21, and the other one is 0.21. So we take 0.21 plus 0.21, it's going to be 0.42. Very good. And this is how you answer a question like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.